All right, so you're looking for a dog trainer here in Leander. Perfect. Let's walk through a really practical guide to help you find the right fit for you and your best friend. Yeah, this quote kind of says it all, right? I mean, who wants a robot dog? The whole point is to just enjoy your life together. You want to be able to walk through a busy place without getting your arm yanked off. Okay, so first things first, before you even start Googling, it's a really good idea to figure out what you actually need. A little bit of planning now will save you a ton of headache later, trust me. So, what is it? What kind of training are we talking about? Do you have a brand new puppy and you're starting from square one, or are you just trying to nail down some basic manners? Maybe it's something a little more complex. Pinpointing your main goal is, well, it's everything. Dog training isn't this one-size-fits-all thing. Some people are looking for serious behavior modification, maybe for things like reactivity. Others might be into competition or agility. But let's be honest, for most of us, it's all about having a good family dog. Just solid, everyday good manners. And then there's the how. How do you want to do this? In-home training is fantastic for stuff that happens, well, in your home. Group classes are great for socialization. And then you've got things like board and train, which is way more intensive. You've got to think about what's going to work for your dog's personality, and, just as important, for your schedule. All right, so you've got an idea of what you need. Now, let's talk about what makes a good trainer. It's way more than just a slick website. You're looking for real expertise and, maybe most importantly, a training philosophy that you actually agree with. And that brings us to positive reinforcement. This is really the modern, science-backed way of doing things. It's all about teaching your dog what you want them to do and then rewarding that good choice. It's not about fear, it builds confidence and a really strong bond. And isn't that what we all want? So you're going to see a bunch of letters after some trainers' names, and you might wonder what they all mean. Here's the deal. Texas doesn't actually license dog trainers, so these certifications are how the pros show they're serious about their education. Something like CPDTKA is a great sign for a family dog trainer. Others, like CBCCKA, mean they've got specialized knowledge for tougher behavior cases.
This really gets to the heart of it, the philosophy behind the training. It's so helpful to understand the different ways trainers approach their work, because they can be, well, pretty different.
And here you can see the two main philosophies side by side. On one hand, you're teaching your dog what to do, building them up with rewards. On the other, you're focusing on punishment, which can often just create fear and anxiety. It's pretty clear how the long-term results are going to be completely different. Okay, so once you've found a trainer or two that look promising, you want to be ready to have a conversation. Coming in with a few key questions will make you feel so much more confident in your final choice. Think of this as your little interview cheat sheet. That first question about their methods and tools is huge. You want to make sure their answer lines up with what you're comfortable with. And personally, I'd pay close attention to number 5. How are you going to be involved? Because great training isn't something that's done to your dog, it's something you learn with your dog. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty money and rules. Knowing the typical costs around Leander and some of the local ordinances just helps you plan everything out and be a good, responsible neighbor. So here's a rough idea of what you can expect to pay. As you can see, group classes are usually the most affordable way to go. On the other hand, something like a board and train program is a much bigger investment. This should give you a pretty good ballpark for setting a budget. This is a big one. A lot of people ask, is in-home training really worth the extra money? And the answer is, yeah, absolutely, especially if the issues you're dealing with are happening inside your house. Think about it. Things like barking at the mail carrier, jumping on guests at the door. A trainer can see it all in context and help you work on it right there on the spot. And just a quick heads up on some local rules. The big ones to remember are that you need a leash in public areas and rabies shots are required by the state. And of course, having a well-behaved dog makes it a whole lot easier to stay on the right side of things like barking ordinances. It just makes you a good neighbor, you know? Because really, that's what this is all about. It's not just about taking off obedience commands. The real goal is to have a dog that's just a genuine joy to have around, a real part of your life here in our community. So, what does that actually look like? When you put in the work, what's the payoff in your everyday Leander life? Well, it's taking a nice, calm walk along the brushy creek trail. It's not having to stress when friends come over. It's being able to take your dog with you more places, simply because you know they can handle it. Finding the right training partner is the first step, and we wish you the best of luck on that journey together.